Hey church family, welcome to another session of Virtual Sunday School. We have a lot in store for you today, so I hope you're excited.
Hi kids, it's Flight Attendant Cheryl and welcome to worship. But guys, guess what? Pilot George is missing. Do any of you know what Pilot George is? There you are, Pilot George. Where were you?
I was, flying a plane.
Anyways, we know that during these times you may feel sad or scared.
But when we remember God's love for us, we always have joy in our hearts.
You know, Pilot George, we might actually have a song about this.
Oh, we do.
I've got the joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart. I've got the joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. I've got the love of Jesus down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart. I've got the love of Jesus down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. I've got the wonderful love that must be here way down to the depths of my heart.
Where?
Down to the depths of my heart.
Where?
Down to the depths of my heart. I've got the wonderful love that must be here way down to the depths of my heart.
Where?
Down to the depths of my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Thank you so much for joining us with worship.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
God created the world and made it perfect, but the first people, Adam and Eve, disobeyed God. They believed the serpent, who was Satan, and ate the fruit. Adam and Eve sinned, so God punished them and sent them out of the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve passed on their sin to their many children, including two boys, Cain and Abel. Abel was a shepherd who took care of the sheep, and Cain was a farmer who grew fruit and vegetables. One day, both brothers gave gifts to God. Cain gave God his fruits and vegetables, and Abel gave him the firstborn of his flock. Abel had faith and gave God the best of his sheep. God was pleased and accepted Abel's gift, but God did not accept Cain's gift because God saw the heart behind the offering. It's not that God liked meat over vegetables, but he liked Abel's sacrifice because Abel gave his very best and Cain did not. Cain became jealous and very angry. God warned him that his anger was dangerous, but Cain didn't listen. He became so angry that he even murdered his own brother Abel. Cain had committed sin. God saw what Cain did and was upset with him. Because of Cain's sin, God cursed his ability to farm and made him wander the earth, far from God's presence. But God, in his kindness, also promised to protect Cain from anyone that wanted to kill him. God loved Abel's sacrifice because Abel believed in God and honored God with his very best. But sin had entered the world, and it led to Cain murdering his brother. God hates sin and must punish it, but because he is kind, also provides a promise to save.
Hey kids, I hope you guys are doing awesome today. Today I'm going to be doing your memory verse. Today's memory verse is Hebrews 12:28, and it says, "Let us offer to God acceptable worship with reverence and awe." Let's read that again. Hebrews 12:28. Let us offer to God acceptable worship with reverence and awe. Alright, so let's recap today's Bible story. And today's Bible story was about Cain and Abel. Alright, so Cain was a farmer and Abel took care of many sheep. He was a shepherd. Alright, so when they came to offer things to God, Cain, being a farmer, offered some of his vegetables, and Abel, being a farmer, gave God some of his sheep. Not just his sheep, his very best. Alright? But as you know from the story, God only accepted one offering, and that was Abel's sheep. Right? Well, so why didn't he accept Cain's offering of vegetables? Well, it says in the story that Abel gave God the very best of his flock, alright? He offered to God the very best, alright? And that's what God was pleased by. Cain did not give the very best of his vegetables. So, the Bible story says, let us offer to God acceptable worship. God accepts our worship when we give our very best, just like Abel did with his sheep, right? Why should we give him the very best? Well, this Bible verse says that we should give him reverence and awe, alright? If you don't know what those mean, it means basically respect, alright? So why should we respect God? Well, God created us and he loves us very much. And just because of that, we should give him our reverence and awe. We should give him respect, just like Abel did with his sheep, alright? So, to read it again, let us offer to God acceptable worship with reverence and awe. Because we respect God, we have to give God the very best. Even if we don't own sheep, we can still give him the very best of our worship.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Mr. Ed, the part of the show where Mr. Ed comes out and sings a silly song.
Hi, boys and girls. How many of you memorized the song, right? I want to eat 8 apples and bananas, and you got a prize. Raise your hand if you got a prize last week. Very good, boys and girls. I think for this song here, this is a church camp favorite, From the Rising of the Sun. So if you memorize the song with the motions, I think you should get a prize, don't you? Okay, why don't you pause the video right now and talk with your parents what that prize is going to be. Ready? Go ahead and press the button right. Okay, boys and girls, you know what the prize is? Okay, we're going to do it real slow with Daniel and David. They're going to demonstrate. So you got to get your sun rays out. It goes like this. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, my Lord's name is to be praised. Oh, you gotta go like this. Alright? Right? My Lord's name is to be praised. Do it again. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, my Lord's name, it is to be praised. Now, the rest, you have to find a partner. So, here's 2 partners. Now, it's best if you have 4, but if you have 2, that's okay. So, we got to face each other, and it goes like this. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye all the servants of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Blessed be the clap. And if you have 4, then you can go to a different partner, okay? But if you have 2, that's okay. You just clap and go back to the same partner. Okay? Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth.
guys, today we will be doing a craft based on the story of Cain and Abel. Today we will be making origami hearts. I'll show you two different versions. The bigger one right here is the easier version, and then the smaller one right here is a harder version, but they are just as easy to make. These hearts symbolize how God wants us to give him our hearts. So let's get started. Today you will need a piece of paper and a pair of scissors. First, you're going to take your piece of paper and bring your top right corner down to make almost like a right triangle with a little bit of excess paper right here. And make sure this top corner, the top left one, is pointy. Now, after that, you're going to take your excess paper and you're going to cut it all off. So it'll look like this. After that, you're going to want to open it up. And you're going to take your top left corner and bring it down to your bottom left corner. Like so. And you're going to make a crease. After that, you're going to open it up and turn it so it looks like a diamond. Now you're going to bring your bottom corner up here and you're going to bring it all the way up to the crease, this middle crease right here. And you're going to bring it up all the way like that. And you're going to make a crease. Next, you're going to take your top corner up here and you're going to bring it all the way down to the bottom edge. Right here. Then you're going to make a crease. Then you're going to flip it around like so. So where the longer side is on the bottom and your shorter side is on the top. Next, you will be taking your left side and you're gonna bring it up and fold it like this. You're gonna make a crease. So you can start to see the beginning of a heart shape right here. And you're gonna do the same on the other side. Like so. Now, you're gonna flip it around and you're gonna take these top corners and bring it down to this line right here. So do your right one. And do your left one. And you can flip it around and you can see there's these two corners right here. You're just gonna fold that inwards just a little bit and do it on the other side, and there you go, you have your easy big origami heart. Next, I'll be showing you how to make the smaller heart. Now first, you'll need an 8.5 sheet of paper by 8.5, or you can use origami paper, but I just cut off the excess paper that I didn't need from a regular piece of paper. Now, you're gonna take your left side and bring it over to the right like a hot dog. And you're gonna make a crease. Right? Then you're gonna open it back up. And you bring your top side right here. You're gonna bring it down. Sorry if you can't see. You're gonna bring your top side right here. And you're gonna bring it downwards. Like a hamburger. And you're gonna open it back up. Now you're gonna take your bottom edge of the piece of paper and you're gonna fold it all the way up to the crease. And then you're gonna make another crease right there. Then you're gonna flip the piece of paper. Next, you're gonna take your bottom left corner and the bottom left side of this bottom line right here, this side right here. You're gonna bring it all the way up to this middle crease right here that you've made. So line it up like that. And then make a crease. And then just do the same with the other side. Then you're gonna flip it back over. Now you're gonna take your top left side right here, this edge right here, and you're gonna bring it over to into the middle crease like we did on the other side. Fold it right like that. So you have this triangle flap sticking out right here. And fold it like this. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. Next, you're gonna bring your top left corner down into this middle diamond right here. I'm gonna make a little diamond thing. Fold it down like that. Your left corner. And then do the same with your right. I'm gonna fix mine a little bit. Now, you're gonna bring your top corner down to your bottom corner. Now when you do, it's not gonna, these two flaps up here are gonna come up and they're not gonna lie down flat. And then you're gonna make a crease when you have brought the two corners together. But these two flaps are still gonna pop up. So just flatten it down as you can. Then you go, and you see these two flaps right here and here. Just gonna press this down, and so there's a crease right here. I'm just gonna line up with the crease on the bottom. And then do the same with the other side. Then you're gonna take this top corner right here, and you see this pocket right here. You're gonna put it in and tuck it in. Like that. Then you're gonna take your top right corner right here and you're gonna fold it down like so. And then you're going to take these little edges right here. You're just gonna bring them down. And then you flip it around, and you have your heart. As a bonus, here's a little more interesting small heart that's a little bit harder to do. And if you want to know how to do it, follow along. So first you're gonna cut a strip of piece of paper like so. And this is gonna be like a dollar size strip. And then first you're gonna take your top or your bottom left corner and you're gonna bring it up to the top like so. And I'm gonna do the same with your bottom right corner. Alright, I'm gonna flip it. So it should look like this. And then you can unfold it. And then you do the same with your top, right, and left corners. And then top right corner all the way up. And just do the same with the other side. Then you're gonna unfold it. Next, this part's gonna get a little bit tricky. So first you're gonna take these two flaps right here and you're gonna bring them and pinch them inwards like that. And then you have a little flap like that. You're just gonna like smush that down on your left side. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing on your right side. You're gonna pinch these two flaps right here. So then you can just smush that side down. So it looks like this. Then you're gonna bring your left corner over here to your right corner and line it up and then make a crease. Next, you're gonna notice you have like a little bit of excess paper right here. And you're just gonna fold your bottom left corner in towards the line. And then you do the same with your top left corner. So it looks like this. Next, you open back up your flap, your top flap. Leave the bottom one down so it looks like a diamond. Next, you're gonna bring your top left corner to the side, the left side, this, and you do the same with your bottom left. And then you're gonna do the same thing for your right side. And do the same on the other side. There you go. And next you're gonna take this flap right here, your bottom right flap, you're gonna open it up a little bit. Then you're just gonna squash it like that so it kind of looks like a flower petal. And then you're just gonna do the same with every single flap right here. Just open it up, flatten it like this. Open it up a little bit, push the top. Then you do the last one. Now this next part gets a little harder to see. And now you're gonna take your corner right here, this side right here, on whichever flap you want. And then you're gonna line up this line with your folded crease in the middle of the petal right here, and then do the same on the other side. So your flower petal looks like this. And I'm gonna show it again with the other side. So take this left flap right here, just line it up, the crease in the middle of this petal, and then just do the same with the other side. And then just do the same with the rest. Last one. And then you have your flaps folded like this. This part's also a little bit hard to see, but you're gonna do the same similar step to a few steps before. You're gonna open any flap you want. You're gonna open it up a little bit, and then you're gonna squash it down. Take the top, squash it down, so it becomes another petal, a smaller petal in a way. And do it to the other side until all of them are smushed down. So just do it to the rest. If you do have a hard time opening it, I take a pencil, stick the lead through, and it helps you open it up immediately. And there you have the flower and your small heart flower. You can see? Now, put your flower like this, where it's like a diamond shape on the outside. And you're gonna put the top, pull the top corner down to the bottom corner on the other side, so it looks more like a heart. This. So I'll show it again. If you're a little bit confused, I'll show it from the back side. Just flip it around and bring this down. So where you can see the folded heart shape of the top. Now we're almost done. The last step is you're going to take these two corners and you're just going to fold them inwards to give it that more origami shape. Just a little bit, not much. And there you have it, your little origami flower right here, heart flower.
Was an alien looking for his home, the true promised land, cause he lived by faith in these foreign lands. His heart sang this song like a homesick man. This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through, so here I don't belong. My treasures are laid up in the true promised land. Till then I'll sing this song. I am a stranger, I'm a foreigner, and I'm lonely from my home. I don't belong here, I don't belong here, and I'm lonely from my home. I am a stranger, I'm a foreigner, and I'm lonely from my home. I don't belong here, I don't belong here, and I'm lonely from my home. I am an alien.
I'm not an alien from outer space, but my home changed when I was saved by grace. So I'll live by faith in these foreign lands, and I'll sing this song like a homesick man.
I wasn't born this way, I was reborn this way, to be an alien. For Jesus came to earth to buy me with his death, so I belong to him. I am a stranger, I'm a foreigner, and I'm lonely for my home. I don't belong here, I don't belong here, and I'm lonely for my home. I am a stranger, I'm a foreigner, and I'm lonely for my home. I don't belong here, I don't belong here, and I'm lonely for my home. I am an alien, I am an alien, I am an alien, I Some who live by faith conquer lions' dens, conquer armies and conquer giants. But some who live by faith lose to lions, lose to angry words, swords and prisons. So if we win the crowds or we lose our lives, he has died for us, so let's give our lives. Now my heart belongs to heaven's Lord, I can't feel at home down here anymore. This world is not my home, I'm I'm just a passing through. So here I don't belong. My treasures are laid up in the true promised land. Till then I'll sing this song. I am a stranger, I'm a foreigner, and I'm lonely for my home. I don't belong here, I don't belong here, and I'm lonely for my home. I am a stranger, I'm a foreigner, and I'm lonely for my home. I don't belong here, I don't belong here, and I'm lonely for my home. I am an One teacher, Christ better. One leader, Christ better. One priest, Christ better than any penance you could offer.
Best in heaven, best on earth, maker of the universe. He holds all things up by his word and washed away our sin and curse.
Still boast in wisdom, cash in mind, but boast in this, I know Christ. One does glory, look at Christ. The Lamb was crucified.
I pledge allegiance to the cross for Jesus' sake, have all things lost. To know his suffering in life is knowing him's the greatest prize.
Might not have your best life now when you follow Christ, not the crowd. If they hated him, they'll hate you too, but he's the only way and truth. So don't back off from Jesus Christ. He alone has the words of eternal life. To the upright strike, we got a new hope. Till I can be here, I'm falling home. I am an